Thank you for watching Safe Haven Radio. Today, we're exploring a topic that touches many lives deeply, breaking free from the lasting effects of growing up with toxic parents. If you've ever wondered why certain emotional patterns keep repeating in your relationships, or why you struggle with self-worth despite your accomplishments, you're not alone. Many of you watching may have experienced childhoods where love came with conditions, where emotional safety was unpredictable, or where your needs were consistently overlooked or criticized. I want you to know that what you experienced was real, and its effects on your life are valid. The journey we're taking today isn't about blaming or dwelling in the past, but about understanding how these experiences shaped your brain and, most importantly, how you can heal and create the life you deserve. Recent research has revealed something profound about the impact of toxic parenting. Studies from major research institutions in 2023 and 2024 show that nearly half of all children experience attachment difficulties that persist into adulthood. What's particularly significant is that a comprehensive meta-analysis found that childhood maltreatment accounts for approximately 45% of the population attributable risk for childhood-onset psychiatric disorders. This isn't just about emotional pain, it's about measurable changes in brain structure and function. Advanced brain imaging studies have demonstrated that toxic stress during childhood literally disrupts the healthy development of brain architecture. The amygdala, which is responsible for detecting threats and processing emotions, becomes hyperactive. The hypothalamus, which controls your stress response system, becomes dysregulated. These adaptive changes helped you survive in a threatening childhood environment, but they can create significant challenges in adult life. What's fascinating is that neuroscientists have discovered that these brain changes were initially protective. In an environment where you needed to constantly monitor for emotional danger or criticism, your brain adapted by becoming exceptionally good at detecting threats. The problem is that these once protective adaptations can become counterproductive in safe adult relationships and situations. You might find yourself constantly scanning for signs of rejection, misinterpreting neutral expressions as criticism, or feeling unsafe even in loving relationships. A 2024 comprehensive review found that these neurobiological alterations affect multiple brain systems, including how you process sensory information and form attachments. But here's the revolutionary finding that changes everything. Research on neuroplasticity proves that your brain retains the ability to rewire these patterns throughout your entire life. Studies comparing different therapeutic approaches found that trauma-informed therapies leveraging neuroplasticity principles achieve remarkable success rates. Brain imaging actually shows observable positive changes in brain structure and function following these interventions. Let me share with you the most effective, scientifically backed methods for healing these patterns. The first approach involves understanding and working with your brain's trauma responses. Your heightened threat detection system served a crucial protective purpose in childhood, but now it needs gentle recalibration. Start with daily mindfulness meditation, even just 10 to 15 minutes each day. Focus on noticing body sensations without judgment. This practice literally strengthens your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for emotional regulation, and helps it better manage the amygdala's fear responses. Research shows that consistent mindfulness practice creates measurable changes in brain structure within 8 weeks. The second powerful technique is cognitive reframing. Throughout your day, when you notice automatic negative thoughts, especially those critical inner voices that echo what you heard in childhood, pause and ask yourself a simple but profound question. Is this my parent's voice, or is this my authentic response? This question activates your brain's executive function and creates crucial space for new neural pathways to form. When you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess things up," recognize these as inherited thought patterns, not truths about who you are. Research demonstrates that practicing this technique 5 to 7 times daily for 3 weeks creates significant neural changes. Each time you challenge these old patterns, you're literally rewiring your brain. The third essential method involves creating what researchers call secure attachment experiences. Your brain's attachment system remains remarkably plastic throughout life, which means that positive, consistent relationships can actually reshape the neural circuits that were damaged by toxic parenting. This doesn't mean you need perfect relationships. It means cultivating connections where you can practice being authentic and vulnerable while receiving consistent, supportive responses. This might be with a therapist trained in attachment work, a support group for adult children of toxic parents, or trusted friends who understand your journey. Schedule regular connection times, aiming for at least 3 meaningful interactions each week. During these times, practice sharing something real about your feelings or experiences, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. The fourth technique involves bilateral stimulation exercises, which help integrate traumatic memories and reduce emotional reactivity. These can be as simple as cross-lateral movements, touching your right hand to your left knee, then left hand to right knee, alternating for several minutes. Or try alternating sensory inputs like tapping your shoulders alternately while recalling a mildly stressful memory. Research shows these exercises help your brain process and integrate difficult experiences, reducing their emotional charge. Practice these for 5 to 10 minutes during high-stress moments or as a preventive routine each morning. Remember, healing isn't linear. Some days you'll feel strong progress, others might feel like setbacks. This is completely normal and actually part of the rewiring process. Your brain is learning new patterns while the old ones are still present. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. You're not just changing thoughts, you're literally restructuring neural pathways that were formed for survival. Start with whichever technique feels most manageable. Even practicing one method consistently is powerful. Many people find it helpful to begin with the mindfulness practice, as it creates a foundation of self-awareness that supports all the other techniques. It's also crucial to recognize when professional support might be beneficial. If you're experiencing severe depression, anxiety, or trauma symptoms that interfere with daily functioning, please consider working with a mental health professional who specializes in childhood trauma. There's no shame in seeking help. In fact, it's an act of courage and self-care. Therapies like EMDR, somatic experiencing, or attachment-based therapy have shown remarkable effectiveness for healing childhood trauma. These approaches work directly with your nervous system to help resolve trapped trauma and rebuild healthy attachment patterns. To summarize what we've discussed today, first, toxic parenting creates adaptive brain changes that protected you in childhood but may limit you in adulthood. Second, neuroplasticity enables genuine healing at any age through consistent, targeted interventions. Third, daily mindfulness practice literally rewires fear-based neural pathways over time, strengthening emotional regulation. Fourth, cognitive reframing helps you identify and break inherited negative thought patterns permanently. Fifth, secure relationships and positive attachment experiences reshape the neural circuits damaged in childhood. Sixth, bilateral stimulation exercises help integrate traumatic memories and reduce emotional reactivity. Remember, your brain's remarkable plasticity means that healing from toxic parenting isn't just a possibility, it's a biological reality when you apply these evidence-based techniques consistently. The latest neuroscience proves definitively that your past doesn't have to define your future. You have the power to create new neural pathways, new patterns, and ultimately, a new relationship with yourself and others. Start with just one technique today. Be gentle with yourself as you practice. Every small step you take is literally changing your brain, moving you toward the secure, peaceful life you deserve. You've already survived the hardest part. Now it's time to thrive. If today's content provided any support or insight, please hit the like button. It helps others who need this information find it too. And if you'd like to continue learning about mental health and healing, please subscribe to Safe Haven Radio. We're here every week with science-based support for your journey. May your hearts feel a little lighter after our time together today. Thank you for listening to Safe Haven Radio, and remember, healing is not only possible, it's already beginning.